Hello everyone, my name is Winnie. I am part of the leadership theory class. And this is, before that, I hope everyone is doing well with their friends, their families, their loved ones, or whoever you're with during quarantine. I hope everyone is doing well. I know I'm doing well. My friends and family are doing well, so that's a good thing. So this video is just a short video to go over some of the theories that was learned this week. So the first theory that I'm going to be talking about is the path goal theory and its model. This path goal theory shares a lot of similarities to some of the theories that we learned from last week in regards to goal setting theory and expectancy theory. So Robert House, who I guess contributed to this theory, believed that how a leader behaves influence its followers, which can be seen in any work environment. If you have a leader that shows a lot of compassion, collaboration within the workspace, it trickles down to the employers. They want to be in a work environment that's conducive for them to be able to achieve organizational goals and personal goals. He never really gave like behavior traits to adopt in this theory, and its model kind of. He more so talked about the kind of leadership styles that one could possibly have, which were directive, participative, achievement oriented, and what's the other one? Supportive. I think I may have said supportive twice. I think so. But yeah, so basically he felt that like there's no particular traits, that leaders have different styles that fit their work environment in that sense. So just like the expectancy theory and goal setting theory, it comes down to motivation, right? Like, how are you motivating the people within your organization to continue to buy into your organization objective, right? And then I would also add into this theory, which I'm not like the theories for it, but I would add in like being a follower. Like, what do I value? Like, I would say like, what is your purpose? What is your value within the organization, right? Because we can expect leaders to do all these astonishing things for us, but it's just like, what are we doing as followers within this organization to make sure that we're not just depending on the leaders to do everything for us, for our self-growth, that we're also contributing to the organization, to our, self and our growth as well. Motivations could, again, that varies in terms of rewards. That could be pay, recognition. I think something that has, in my years of teaching, I'm a big fan of personal notes. So like I love when my supervisor or my principal leaves me a personal note, because for me that shows me that it was like it was thoughtful, and there was a lot of thought that went into it. Other people value like increase in pay and other. I don't really like big shout outs. I'm very more of like a behind the scenes kind of thing. Like, if you have rewards to give to me, like, I don't like to be the center of attention. I'm really like a background person, but I do like recognition for my work. But yeah, that's basically like a summary of that theory and its model. Again, situations are going to be is going to play a role in how a leader acts. Especially within this theory, because there's no personality traits and the leader has to figure out their leadership style. Like, it can fluctuate between maybe one day this leader that was once very subordinate friendly, is not very direct and very like straightforward with you, and you may take it as like, whoa, this person has changed. But maybe looking at it from the lens like this situation has caused this person to develop a new leadership style. And I think that is fair because times are changing and everyone's job demand requires them to be flexible in like their leadership style. With that being said, the next theory is the leadership continuum theory. I think the name is self-explanatory that like a leader's leadership behavior is always going to be on a continuum, right? On a continuum between whether the person is boss centered, I guess being the boss center, or subordinate, right? So it's never this perfect slope. Like it's gonna fluctuate a lot, again, depending on what the situation calls for. I do agree with the feedback that the critique that was presented in the book of it doesn't really give you when do you switch between the two styles, or like which one requires you to always be subordinate center, or which one requires you to be boss center. Again, I just like the path goal is going to depend on a lot of like the behavior, the situation, and the time. And then in the contingency theory, again, they discuss on situation variables that influences the leader's behavior and their personality, in sense of I guess good leaders always find a counterbalance between how they're able to adopt and make changes to their leadership style. And I think within all these theories and its models, I think it's not like a one size fit all kind of thing. I think it's because everyone brings so much different qualities to the table. Like that's the luxury of having like leadership theories and these leadership just seeing what is out there. Okay, I'm going on a rant. I'm gonna stop. But that's all for me. Oh my god,